I recently had the chance to get a closer look at Game Builder Garage, the game development tool for the Nintendo Switch. For an hour, I was allowed to ask JC from the Nintendo Treehouse about the game, its surprising flexibility, and how it all works under the hood. It certainly sounds promising, but is it as robust as it seems? Here's what I found out. If you haven't heard of Game Builder Garage, it's equal parts game development tool, and game design masterclass, designed by the greatest minds Nintendo has to offer. I first got a brief look at the lesson mode, which offers about 8 to 10 hours of gameplay according to Nintendo. Lessons are split into individual tasks that teach you how to code simple games using Game Builder Garage's unique interface, with each one of them taking 7 to 10 minutes, I'm told. Game Builder Garage saves your progress between each task, meaning if you need to put your Switch down and take a break, you won't lose your progress, which is definitely a good thing. In the lesson we looked at, there were instances where Game Builder Garage intentionally had you build something incorrectly. That sounds counterintuitive, but I loved it. Coding something incorrectly provides a great way for beginners to understand exactly how something works. In this specific case, we built an auto-scrolling level, but we built it in such a way that the game didn't know just how fast we wanted the level to scroll, resulting in an unplayable mess. At that point, we were shown what was missing and how to fix it. As someone who's both coded games and written apps in the past, this information was both incredibly helpful and authentic to the types of pitfalls one would experience in learning other, more complex programming languages. Speaking of which, the most interesting thing about Game Builder Garage is what's going on under the hood. Programming can be intimidating to get into, and many hobbyist programmers end up relying on Google as their primary source of information, leaning on the experience of others to help them find solutions to their problems. Obviously, Nintendo can't rely on that, since Game Builder Garage uses a proprietary means of creating code that's absolutely brilliant. It takes what's known in programming as functions, lines of code written to perform simple tasks and called upon multiple times throughout the finished product, and turns them into simple point-and-click operations. This is where the nodons come in. Nodons are these cute little creatures, and each one has a function. One is a counter, while one controls the entire playfield. There's a nodon for textures, there's one for camera controls, and so on. You can assign multiple nodons to just about anything you can do with the Switch, ranging from simple things like pushing a button to jump to complex stuff like turning a Joy-Con counterclockwise to simulate a key turning in a lock. To connect a nodon to an action or vice versa, all you have to do is draw a line between them. You can do that with a finger on the Switch's touchscreen or with a USB mouse hooked up to your dock. I was told any USB mouse would work. It might sound like the dorkiest thing in the world to be excited about, but I can't wait to play this game on the Switch with a mouse, and that's thanks to the versatility of the game building tools Nintendo has built into Game Builder Garage. I can see myself putting in long hours making games with this thing, especially when I know that I can share them online for everyone to play. Of course, that game sharing comes with a catch. Nintendo told me there are no bespoke discovery tools for finding popular games made by the community, instead relying on organic, word-of-mouth discovery for games, meaning if you want to find the next great Game Builder Garage game, you'll need to do it outside of Nintendo's ecosystem. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, as players are bound to share their creations on social media, but it leaves me wondering how this will affect younger players who might not have access to social media networks to showcase what they've made. As a dad, I think Game Builder Garage has the potential to interest my kids in programming in a way that other tools have not. The idea that they can use an interface that's simple and end up making a game intrigues me. When I introduced the idea of Game Builder Garage to Avery, my 8-year-old daughter, she immediately began jotting down ideas for her eventual creation, a shoot-'em-up style game starring our pet cat. With a little supervision and a lot of patience, I'm fairly certain we can make that game a reality too. During my demo, I was shown a litany of different types of games, from an auto-scrolling UFO shooter to a classic pinball table, to a simple soccer game with a score counter, and even more were described to me, like a shooter starring a clown-faced tuna replete with intelligent AI and a lock-on system. From what I've seen so far of Game Builder Garage, it seems the sky's the limit as far as creativity is concerned. I'm excited to see what veteran programmers will be able to build with this unique toolset Nintendo has created, and I'm equally interested in discovering what novices like myself will be able to make. After getting a brief look at Game Builder Garage, I'm excited to get my hands on it and see what I can come up with. But more than that, I'm looking forward to what my kids will create so I can share my love of programming with them. It's my sincere hope that this is what gets them into coding. There's nothing like seeing your ideas realized on the screen, and I hope that with Game Builder Garage, I'll be able to share that excitement with others. For now, I'm cautiously optimistic, though I wonder if the lack of discoverability within the game will hold it back from being as popular as it might be otherwise. Only time will tell, but for now, I can't wait to get into Game Builder Garage and start building. That wraps up our quick look at Game Builder Garage for the Nintendo Switch. Thanks so much to Nintendo for giving us access to check this out early. Stay tuned to GVG for much more on Game Builder Garage and all other things gaming as well. Make sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell to be the first to know when we upload a new video. We're also completely Patreon funded, and if you'd like to find out more about how you can support us, you can head on over to patreon.com youtube.com/gvgaming for more details. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.